Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the UCF Knights offense takes the field. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Knights moving quickly to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Knights with the 1st and 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Knights are flying down the field.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Little too soft in that one defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 3, showed it all on that run.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Knights headed quickly to the line. On the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. The Knights will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying to get to him. Setting up the screen. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. Running toward the tape. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll take it himself. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. No huddle offense to the line. He wants to throw here on second down. He finds his man. At the 45 on his way. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets open down the middle. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Here comes that Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Looking to throw for it.
Oh.
And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got his man down the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room.
Fucking kidding me?
He's brought down after a nice gain. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And
touchdown Knights! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw.
Oh.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UCF. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes that Alabama offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. A little screen to the running back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He'll just keep slinging it. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable.
No!
That is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Knights! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. We try to get him going there.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's in a world of trouble, and
Fucking kidding me?
goes a catastrophic loss on that play. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Knights line up to punt it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot.
Lost one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Still running at the 40. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime.
On who?
And it's no good. He missed it. Yellow hankies flying, so let's see if the kicker's going to get another chance. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, this is on the defense, and it did not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Quick handoff. At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out, there he goes. At the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll get rid of it. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Using the quick game. He breaks a tackle. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pirouettes through. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Knights trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He'll try the left side. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Handoff from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to throw on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Berry. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And Sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The Knights in the hurry-up. They want to throw it. They've got the screen set up. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback on the keeper. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Knights are on the move. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the left. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown time! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And he added the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires complete on the crosser. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Knights are in the hurry-up. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Flips it out to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, though.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the 4th quarter. Out-breaking route so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds, and save yourself clock.
Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. Now from inside the red zone. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, UCF! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Got his man to the left. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
Going back to the well, another
No.
big ball. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.